Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen. If you're new here today, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give me a big thumbs up. It might be that you've actually seen a couple of my videos now and you just keep forgetting to hit that subscribe button, so please do. Please feel free to leave any comments down below if you have any questions about anything throughout the video today, or head over to @LittleHouseplantLife on my Instagram and feel free to send me any messages, have a good chat, and check out my page over there as well. So today I wasn't meant to be filming a video. Today I was meant to be putting a nice film on in the background, having a nice chilled day, doing some plant watering, checking through my plants, maybe a little bit of cleaning. However, I have ended up finding spider mites on one of my plants, and I feel that it's only best to film this process and sort of bring you along for the journey with me. I want to show you what the spider mites look like so that you know how to identify if you have them on any of your plants. Hopefully a little bit quicker than I did, because mine is riddled and it's really not nice. It's made me extremely itchy, so I'm really looking forward to getting rid of them. So that's why it was really important for me to do this today. I didn't want to leave them any longer than they needed to be left, really. And it just so happens that I do have everything in the house today that I need to be able to get rid of them. So yeah, I'm going to show you that process of what you need to do if you do find that you've got spider mites on one of your plants. Right, so this is my Fatsia japonica or castor oil plant, whichever one you prefer to call it. Now this has got spider mites, and do you know what, I noticed it earlier when I went to clean the leaves, and I don't actually think I realised how bad it is. And actually now, looking at it this closely, I can see all the webs, I can see all the little mites climbing over it, and it's really actually making me feel quite itchy. So I'm going to give you a bit of a close-up and show you the signs of what it looks like. Now, this is quite extreme. Sorry, the boiler's in the background is making a lot of noise. Now this is quite extreme levels of spider mites, and there are some dead leaves and dead stems and things like that in here, which I am also going to take out. But the main point of today is for me to show you the actual cleaning of the leaves, which is what I'm going to try and stick to. And I'll do sort of the rest of it as we go along, off camera, I think. But yeah, so let's do a close-up and then get into what I'm going to use to clean this. Right, okay guys, so it's not going to be the best focus on here, but can you see that there? It's just absolutely gross. And come down here as well, so there's more, if I can get focused on there, there's more just there. So I noticed it actually from this leaf here that's dying, which I don't actually know if I can, yeah, so I don't know if you can see that there's a little bit of webbing on there and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really not good. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, look at it. That really is really disgusting. It does actually need, look, they're all climbing along here and everything. So it just goes to show that these things can be happening to our plants and we don't even notice. Oh, focus, there we are. So what I think I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go and give this a shower to rinse off any of the bugs and things, because I don't like touching things like that. So I'm going to chuck that in the shower. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off any of the dead leaves and any of the bits that don't need to be on there. If you can see from the back, oops, whoops, my soap got over. So if you can see here, look, there's a couple of bits here. So this whole stem here needs to go, and a couple of leaves here as well. This stem here as well needs to go. So I'm going to get rid of those two. Yeah, cut off any dead leaves, and then we will look at a solution that we can apply to all the leaves and the stems, and hopefully that will help to get rid of it. Right, and so just up here in the bath, I'm just going to give this a rinse off. Now I have actually just brought out my variegated rubber plant as well, because this was sat next to it in the bedroom, and from what I can see, I can't actually see anything on it, but I don't want to risk it getting them if I'm going to clean this one off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove it in the shower afterwards and then give it a good clean as well, and then hopefully that will get rid of the problem completely. So yeah, let's just get going with this one then. So it's just had its shower. It's looking a lot better already. I can't see any cobwebs or anything. I think it's washed off a lot of that now, which is fantastic. A lot of the spider mites seem to have come off as well, which is brilliant. So I'm actually just going to, while it's up here, I'm going to cut off all the dead leaves while it's in the bath, because then I can just put them in a bag and wash them away and not worry about getting any other plants infected. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you again in a second. So it's now looking extremely sad and sorry for itself. There's all the cut-offs there. So I have just had to trim off the top section of that there. That was the 2 leaves that were the most affected by the spider mites. They've clearly moved to the top of the plant, or been, caught from the top of the plant, managed to get onto it that way, and then moved its way down. So I've cut off those 2. But yeah, I mean, it's looking a bit sad and sorry for itself at the bottom. And I've actually just seen this like stuff in the soil there, which I'm not quite sure what it is, but it looks really shiny. So I'm due to get some soil soon to do some repotting, so I'm definitely going to repot this when I can. At the moment, unfortunately, I don't have any soil, so it's just not possible, but that will be the first thing I do, and that will probably be when I put it through another sort of bout of this as well. So we'll have another shower down. I will then rinse off the roots and as much of the soil as I can, and then pot it into a new pot and give it some more treatment. So let's take this downstairs and we will go through the treatment that we're going to use on it today. Right, so I've just got this little spray bottle. It's got obviously some water in it, as you can see. I've just filled up to about here. I'm going to add a little bit of dish soap. This is just standard fairy dish soap. Just a little squidge in there just to help clean the leaves. And the other solution that we are going to use is vodka. So you can use rubbing alcohol is what's recommended, but at the moment, obviously due to the pandemic and things like that, rubbing alcohol is actually really hard to come by, and this is the only thing that we have. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in here. I don't really drink a lot, so alcohol tends to stick around in this house once it's been purchased. So I'm just going to put a little bit in there. We don't want to put too much. Basically, this just helps if you're almost disinfecting the leaves, but obviously vodka and rubbing alcohol are a lot better for the leaves than some other harsher disinfectants. So I wouldn't recommend spraying like a disinfectant spray or something like that on there. This is obviously the neat source of that. So we're then just going to give that a really good shake up. Obviously it's going to go quite foamy because of the wash up liquid, but that's a really good solution there. Just going to give it a little bit of a spray. Just going to tighten my sprayer up a little bit because I don't want to completely destroy the leaves. So we do have quite wet leaves at the moment, and that's fine. So I'm actually just going to use a cloth to wipe these over with. I'm going to use the same cloth that I used on the plant before, but after I've used it on this one, it will go back into the wash because obviously the mites and things like that, I don't want to risk doing that again. Now, I can't actually see any at the moment, so I'm really hoping that wash has done the trick. But what we are going to do, basically, we are going to... See, it looks like there's a bit of a build-up of them in there. It's quite difficult on this plant to tell because it has like little brown spots over it in some places. So it's actually hard to tell whether it's mites or whether it's like, it almost has a few little like furry bits or something like that on it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray some directly onto the cloth. It's quite a full-on sprayer, this one. It's the only one I had, hence why I'm spraying it directly onto the cloth. Now that smells soapy and vodka-y, which is great. So I'm then just going to use this to wipe over each individual leaves, front and back. Okay, just really trying to get every aspect of this plant that I can, because the last thing I want to do is end up with a spider mite still. Now, I am being a little bit gentle with this plant. Obviously you don't want to damage the plant while you're doing this even more. It's already been through enough with the spider mites, so do just be careful. I am then, if I just try and turn this round for you, I am then just going to rub down the stem here. So I'm going to start from the top, the plants at the top, and work my way down, because then any bits that fall off the leaves will hopefully just fall downwards. Yeah, it's really making sure you get any aspect, anything. That you think might look like mites. Really do give that a good rub. Right, so in between doing this, I am just going to wash the cloth off under the tap. just to save any spread of the mites. And then basically I'm just going to work my way around on all of these, really making sure I get all the stems and everything like that. And I will see you again shortly. So this here is looking loads better. I will insert a bit of a close-up for you. All the stems and everything are looking really clean. It is still a little bit wet when I was doing it, so although I've cleaned the leaves, I'm going to leave this quarantined for about the next week, I reckon. Just down here, probably in the kitchen, because I've got the least amount of plants in here. So we'll just leave that away from everything else, because the last thing I want to do is end up with spider mites on any other plants. And then I'm going to get myself some soil for this, get this repotted, and hopefully that will help. And yeah, I'm probably going to go through another 2 cleaning sessions on this one. So I'll probably give it another clean when I change the soil, and then I will just keep an eye on it and check it over and give it another clean again before I put it back upstairs. But honestly, these look so much better. I mean, I actually feel like I can touch them without cringing and feeling like things are crawling over me, so that's great. Yeah, I really do hope you enjoyed this video today, guys. It's the first time that I've dealt with spider mites. I've watched a lot of videos on it before, and I know a lot about them because I've had friends that have had them and things like that. So this is always the solution that I've suggested, and they've had really good luck with this solution. And I know a lot of other YouTubers and people on Instagram and things like that recommend the same solution. So this plant is looking so much better. If you do have a really bad case like I did, that shower at the beginning really does help. It blasted away so many of the spider mites and things like that, and also just killed a lot of them, so I didn't feel like, you know, they were crawling around. At the moment, I can't see anything crawling or anything on them, but that doesn't mean to say that they haven't gone and hidden in the little crevices that are along here. So I'm not overly hopeful that I've completely got rid of the situation right now. I think I've probably helped, and hopefully with a soil change and another 2 cleans that this will go and I can really help this plant. Also, when I repot this, I might just pop this up on I don't know, on something to help stabilise this. Probably not a moss pole, it might be, oh, maybe I could put a moss pole in there. Maybe I'll do a video on that showing you how to sort of connect a plant up to a moss pole. That might be quite fun. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my video today, guys. If you have this issue or have any other questions regarding anything that you've seen in the video today, please do pop that in the comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to help you and give you as much information as I can on this. In the meantime, feel free to go and check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!